That's all right. Let's play it. We can hear what he's saying.
A lot of people. Finals. I'm making this video to apologize. Because I fucked up. Because I'm embarrassed and ashamed. Because I lied. And I misled a lot of people. I've stated that this is a complicated as fuck topic, at least to me it is, because before social media, I was rich and anonymous, and after social media, I'm still rich, but no longer anonymous, and I never expected this kind of exposure in the public eye. It's been tricky as fuck to navigate. Well, clearly I did it wrong, and I'm here now to set the record straight. Yes, I've done steroids, and yes, I'm on steroids, monitored and managed by a trained hormone clinician. Liver King, the public figure, was an experiment to spread the message, to bring awareness to the 4,000 people a day who kill themselves. The 80,000 people a day that try to kill themselves. Our people are hurting at record rates with depression, autoimmune, anxiety, infertility, low ambition in life. Our young men are hurting the most, feeling lost, weak, and submissive. So I made it my job to model, teach, and preach.
He did it for the hurting people.
Yeah.
Come on, Derek.
The comments are not too favorable on that part of the video.
Our highest and most dominant form. This is my fight. This is why I exist.
Pause. Your highest and most dominant form.
Yeah.
What? He wanted everybody that's depressed and trying to kill themselves to reach their highest, most dominant form. But he wanted to lie about how he achieved his physique. So mislead these people that just by eating liver, you can come close to that. So as you fail at that as well as everything else you failed at life that led you to the point of doing something to yourself that you're thinking about committing suicide.
Yeah.
Like that's what he's saying.
I feel like in this video he had like a very good opportunity to just straight up say, sorry, I fucked up, etc., which I think he thought he was doing, but he also makes a few little comments in there that I feel like people really dug in on, like the whole, I didn't expect it to happen this, or me to blow up this much. It's like, it was very meticulously planned out from inception of the brand. Within this, I don't know if you saw the emails, but it's like, within one year, I want to be at exactly this in social media following, and this is what I'm going to do.
What's his social media following at now, Jamie? What's his Instagram? I bet he's at 5 million.
I think on TikTok,
1.7 million.
On TikTok, he's at like 3 point something million. Yeah,
half of it's Chinese bots.
Maybe.
All right, let's play some more of this nonsense.
Yeah.
While spreading the message, I've been on several podcasts, and when asked if I've ever taken steroids, I've always said no. I don't touch the stuff, not going to touch the stuff, never touch the stuff. That was a lie. I've convinced myself that this had nothing to do with the ancestral message. I convinced myself that I'm not a competitive athlete of any kind, so who the fuck am I cheating? I convinced myself that this topic was a placeholder for a far more important conversation. I convinced myself that this would overshadow the 36 years of working out, usually twice a day, without PEDs.
That's not true.
No.
I've convinced myself that this was the vocal minority, usually in the fitness category, driving to an unproductive conversation. And I had convinced myself that this would be the wrong message to send to the 15-year-old boys.
Oh, the 15-year-old
So I
boys.
continually dismissed it.
The ones who actually can get
myself.
jacked.
Yeah.
They're full. We've seen enough. You know what the problem is? Sometimes people don't hang out with people that are smarter than them. And you think you're the smartest person, or maybe because he's running this company, people have to listen to him. So he's got this distorted perception of his ability to communicate and his ability to, convince people. That was so theatrical and so corny.
I don't know how, what kind of thought process went into there was some sort of ROI calculation on, if I lie, what is the probability I get outed versus how viral can I go if I lie from the get-go versus, I just don't know how his team, especially with the information out there, thought that it was going to be a net win where it's probably never going to come out.
Does he have a team?
Yeah, it's pretty elaborate. Like his team was, well, he has a media team that he hired to kind of like.
Right, but they're just employees.
Yeah.
One of them came up to me in Vegas.
Oh, really?
Yeah, one of my security guards stopped him. He was like, "I'm a producer for the Liver King." I'm like, "Produce? What the fuck do you produce? What are you producing?"
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
It's not a movie.
Like, how many UFC events did he try and kind of like cozy up?
He was front row at one of my shows in Vegas
Oh, damn.
at the MGM. Yeah, and then I saw him again at the Canelo fight. He was trying really hard to get on the podcast, and he's been trying really hard to get on now. He contacted a few friends of mine, and some of them that have, like Bert Kreischer, that had him on the show.
Yeah, he told me he's trying to get on.
Yeah, for what? For what? Say that more? Like, come on, this is dumb, man. This is a fucking, you ran a con game and you got busted.
Yeah.
And it's unfortunate that you feel terrible. I'm sorry you feel bad, because that's just what happens when you get caught lying. But you didn't have to lie.
Yeah, like, I don't even see how bad it would have been if from the get-go he was like, it's not the
I'm on
healthiest.
hormone replacement.
Yeah, but, like, I understand the not wanting to talk about the other shit, because he was on Winstrol, DECA, high amounts of GH, etc., which is not ancestrally consistent, but neither is HRT, because it's like, well,
right.
if your diet was so dialed, like, why is it that you don't have, like, adequate testicular function or adequate hormone output or this or that? And it's just, like, I guess it kind of just, like, spit in the face of his message too much that he couldn't wrap his head around justifying coming out and saying, I'm on HRT, but do this other stuff.
Well, he kind of had, I mean, one of the parts of your video that was really good was that you inserted this guy who gives a definition of charlatans. Mm-hmm. Who's that guy?
Zach Tellender.
Zach Tellender.
Yeah.
So that guy's definition of charlatans is really excellent, because, you know, when you're talking about fitness and physiques and you're talking about bodybuilding and just getting jacked, there are so many, like, really educated, really jacked looking people that are online that tell you how they do it.
Yeah.
And they give you, like, what supplements they're taking, what kind of sets they're doing, what's their recovery like, what's all those things. And everyone's giving a very similar message. Mm-hmm. Some people have different approaches. Some people, you know, they're doing, you know, different kinds of exercises, but it's pretty consistent. And one of the things that Zach talked about in that video that you inserted into your video, which is really good, was that when someone comes along and they have a secret, this is the secret. Yeah. The secret is the 9 ancestral tenets. Yeah. I mean, you see him there with a beard. He looks like a fucking, like an ogre, or like he's someone in Lord of the Rings. Yeah. Like, he looks like he belongs to the 9 ancestral tenets. Like, you're going to meet him in a cave somewhere, and he's going to explain to you and give you a magic staff.